What's going on, YouTubers? This is Buddy coming at you with a quick review on the WP25, the Jaybo dosing pump. This is not going to be, it's basically just going to be a review. You know, it's not going to be a full breakdown or rundown of all the controls. I'll talk a little bit about it, but it's just going to be a review. Alright guys, so let's talk about the Jaybo WP25. This is the box that it comes in. It comes with a light sensor. This is the light sensor. Keep an eye out for that. The light sensor is pretty tiny, as you can see, the size of my thumbnail. So it's pretty small. These are the instructions. No, you really don't need to read them. You know, nobody ever reads them. We all throw them aside. Alright, so like I said, here's the box. Came in. That's the Jaybo dosing pump, 4-stage dosing pump. I'll do a review on that too later. When I get a better camera, because I'm actually going to do a product review and everything on that, you know, a full rundown on that, because there's a lot to know. With the Wavemaker controller, there's not a whole lot to know. Alright, so let's get right to it. There's the waves. It does some pretty good waves. Now you can control the intensity of the wave and make that obviously bigger, more intense. That's the power head itself. Now, as far as it goes, it's a pretty small footprint inside the overall aquarium. It's not very big at all, believe it or not. Alright, so I'm going to show you the top of the water. Show you the waves on the top of the water. Now they're almost going over the wave box. Now that's on S1, so that's on about half the intensity. So just so you know, it's about half the intensity. Pretty good wave. That's a top shot of the power head. You know, it's good ripples across the water, good waves. So that's the power head. It's not, you know, it's not very big at all. It actually looks bigger on camera than what it really is. It's a very small footprint inside the aquarium. For the money, guys, it's an amazing power head. That's the magnet. Really strong magnet too. I could probably get away with running just this power head by itself. I do run the two 500 gallon per hour power heads in the back that are hooked up to the Hydro Corellia Wavemaker controller. They go on and off every minute. They come on for a minute, shut off for a minute, come on for a minute. You know, you get the picture. There's the dosing pump. Alright, so let's talk about the controller a little bit. Alright, I have it on W1 only. The first one is H1. Sorry about the camera, guys, not very good. The first one is H1, which is regular power head. Excuse me. H2, which is regular power head. H3, which is regular power head. And then you get in your wave modes. W1 is your wave. W2 is supposed to be a wave. W3 is supposed to be a wave. And else mode. Else mode is a random mode. It goes through all of the stages, you know, and throughout the day, intensity, all of it. It's actually a really cool feature. It has a feed mode button, and it has a speed lock button. Basically, this locks your controls. You set it to where you want it, and that locks the controls. Now, this is your dial to control how fast you have your waves. Now, keep in mind that there's very small movements on that. You know, once you get it to dial it in, you got to go very small. And we'll do a full thing. I just want to hit temperature 77.0, guys. It's important. Keep your temperature correct. That's important. Like I said, I'm not going to do a full rundown and go through all the modes. Like I said, you know, H1s are just a regular power head, H2, H3 power heads. Then you got your wave modes, W1, W2, W3. I only use W1 in else mode. W2 and W3 for me, I don't see any difference. In my opinion, they're just power heads that slowly ramp up and down. So for me, it's just W1. That's pretty much where I keep it. I call it Lagoon mode. And I keep the dial pretty much right there. That gives me a pretty good wave, and I'm pretty happy with that. And that's really where I keep it. So like I said, I'm not going to do a full, crazy, full-on review with the controller. It's basically pretty simple. Obviously, if you turn the dial all the way this way, it goes a lot faster. Pulses a lot faster. All the way this way is a lot slower. If you hold this button down for 10 seconds, it'll put you in feed mode for 10 minutes. You hold this button down, it locks your controls, so if you have kids like me, they cannot mess with the dial and mess with your controls. And this is very sensitive, and what I mean by that, very small movements, and it makes a huge difference. So you don't want to go turning it a quarter turn or something like that, because if you're really trying to dial it in, it's really small movements, which I'm not a big fan of that. I wish it was something a little different, maybe like a push button. Now with the RW, Jaybo makes an RW, 15, RW 10, and some other newer power heads that they have released, and they have addressed this issue, I believe. So that's the upgraded model, and they're a little more expensive, but they're well worth it. Still though, this is an amazing power head. It does a great job on the wave modes. I really love that, and that's why I bought the controller, was for the wave modes. So I don't. Yeah, you love that scratch, don't it? I had somebody watching my tank and they did that. I explained that in other videos. So that's pretty much why I bought the controller, was for the wave mode, really. So for me, the other modes are kind of pointless for me. Great to have though. Else mode is an awesome mode. I do use that from time to time. I actually use else mode as my nutrients, trying to stir up the detritus in the tank, like a nutrients export mode, pretty much. It really kicks everything up, so I'll turn it on high, turn everything on fast, as high as I can. I put on else mode, leave it on else mode for a couple hours, and that really stirs everything up and kicks everything out of the tank for me. So basically, like I said, it's a little review. For the money, guys, it's a great controller, very silent, no rattling, no noise, no nothing. Great controller. Jaybo makes a great product that's affordable. My glass is a little dirty on the tank. Sorry about that, guys. And I'm going to be getting a real camera. I do this for my cell phone right now. I'm getting a better camera, so my videos are going to get a lot better quality, guys. So just bear with me. Things are going to get a lot better. If you have any questions or any comments, about the Jaybo controllers, if you're looking to get one, and what you think I would recommend the Jaybo 25, what size tank I'd recommend it for, definitely hit me up if you have any of those questions, and I'll let you know. If I had this is a 65 gallon mixed reef, I could probably get away with the one, but I like a more random flow, so I definitely do have 2 power heads in the back just to kind of give a more random flow throughout the day. If I had a 75 gallon, I definitely would go with 2, and that goes up to a 90. Anything over 100, I would probably switch, maybe to at least 3 of them, or maybe I would just probably go with 2 WP-40s, something like that, if I had over a 100-gallon aquarium. Now, anything bigger than 150 or something, then you want to get the WP-60s, something like that. All right, guys, like I said, it's a quick product review for the money, guys. The Jaybo WP25 power head is a great controller, guys. You cannot go wrong. Ecotech makes some great power heads, but they're crazy money. I had 2 of the MP10s. Great controller, not knocking it. I'd run the Ecotech Radeon Gen 3 Pro light fixtures. I love their LED lights. I'm not knocking Ecotech, but for the money, Jaybo's the way to go, guys. All right, happy reefing, man. Don't forget to hit that like button at the bottom. Thanks, guys.